this year, it was just great to welcome students from the First Nations University in Canada to Uninter in the state of Paraná here in Brazil.
The First Nations University of Canada is a unique institution. We seek to transform students' lives through education that is based on a foundation of Indigenous knowledge and worldviews. We have 3 campuses in Saskatchewan on Treaty 4 and Treaty 6 territories, one in Regina, one in Saskatoon, and one in Prince Albert. In Regina, First Nations University is located next to the University of Regina, a comprehensive university with 16,000 full-time and part-time students.
With 440,000 active students, Uninter is one of the largest higher education institutions in Brazil. We provide access to quality education in 400 undergraduate, graduate, master's, and PhD programs. Uninter has consistently been recognized as a pioneer in distance education.
The collaborative field experience was designed to bring together 30 students, half from Indigenous communities in Canada and half from across Brazil. There are 3 fundamental aspects to the program: joint participation of Brazilian professors and students and international students and professors, field-based learning with an intensive hands-on component, and third, intentional integration of the participants in subgroups of 6 people who include 3 participants from Brazil and 3 participants from abroad.
We began this partnership 3 years ago and then began talking about this study abroad course last spring.
We came together in Curitiba, state of Paraná, during First Nations University and University of Regina 10-day winter break. This year that happened at the same time as Brazil's Carnival. We recognized the need to work with dates, deadlines, and processes that were compatible with our partner institution. Our target objective for the collaborative field experience were to introduce participants to Indigenous communities in Brazil, deliver a rich, substantive program primarily through lived experience, share lessons learned with people unable to participate directly, and identify opportunities for follow-on immersion experiences in Brazil, Canada, and elsewhere.
We would not have been able to make this study abroad course a reality without this strong partnership and relationship that we've developed with Uninter. The recruitment process was a very personalized process. We had a lot of one-on-one conversations. I learned about why it was they wanted to take this trip.
We intentionally recruited students from all 5 regions of Brazil and ensured that all students could participate regardless of personal and family finances.
The UR International Office introduced me to the GSO scholarship, which was fundamental in making this trip a reality. We knew we needed more financial support, so I began working with UR International. I had a lot of support from the Associate Vice President. Those discussions led to me learning about the Global Skills Opportunities Scholarship. The funding from the GSO scholarship made it possible for our students to take this study abroad course. We had 14 First Nations communities represented and 15 First Nations University students. The timing was wonderful because there was a lot of encouragement internally at the university to do a study abroad because we hadn't had a study abroad exchange at First Nations University for nearly 20 years. We are incredibly grateful to the GSO scholarship for this opportunity it provided our students.
Simply put, without the Global Skills Opportunity Funds, none of this could have happened. As soon as First Nations University of Canada and the international team at the University of Regina committed to the resources to fully support 15 students, I worked within Uninter to ensure we would also dedicate the staffing and funds to enable 15 of our students from throughout Brazil to participate at no cost.
I want to be the voice of people who don't have space for speaks for themselves.
I really want to listen to their stories. I really want to learn with them.
Where I live, I don't have anybody to speak with.
Being able to show people what our country looks like and having them experience firsthand what it really is, having them getting their own conclusions, but also having us as a guide.
What I hope to take away from this program is learning from others whose cultural backgrounds are different from mine.
I am very excited about visiting the indigenous peoples.
Where we come from, we don't know a lot of people that get the chance to travel this far. I have felt quite emotional over the past 2 days, and especially today. I cannot wait to tell everyone how similar our cultures are.
From spiritual beliefs to even just how they pray and how things are sacred to them.
Everybody there listens before they speak. They actually want to hear what you're saying. And that's how we are back home.
They had their language still. A lot of us have lost our language. My dad was a residential school survivor.
I was really impressed with how they hold on to their traditions, but still be a presence within society.
I'm very pleased that the Government of Canada, through its Global Skills Opportunity Program, was able to support this exchange.
We are seeing a number of practical results for the course, such as the participation of Uninter students in radio program of Uninter, the involvement of First Nations university professors in online Uninter events, an ongoing collaboration to write an academic paper on the experience of Brazilian indigenous communities that we had, the nomination of Uninter students for eLab funding for long-term exchange experience in Canada. We are also working with an indigenous community that we visit to provide school uniforms to them that were designed by their youngest students. And we continue to build strong South-North bridges among indigenous communities to run a program that was both field-based and academically rich. It was necessary to mobilize the Uninter academic community. On each visit that we had, Uninter teachers were there with us with lessons, readings, content for the students. It also showed to the professors, including myself, how it is possible to take advantage of this global initiative for personal development in language learning and other areas. Thanks to my involvement in the course, I'm better prepared to success here in Regina, Saskatchewan, and I have a strong personal and professional network here.
The partnership is much more than a piece of paper or a convenio. It's actually a partnership in practice. There are many people who were involved in its success, and we strongly believe that bringing more people in to help with the program is critical. We had a strong partnership with Uninter's language school. They dedicated a Professor Fabia de Cruz to the program full-time. All Uninter schools and departments helped while the program was taking place. We have already started to plan the next edition for 2024, and we're hopeful that the tremendous support that we have received both from Uninter and in Canada from the Global Skills Opportunity Funds will make it possible to really have a platform for collaboration that has positive impacts for Indigenous communities in both countries, and that can help us really build a sustainable partnership going forward.